Mother Teresa, Dr. Seuss, Gandhi. Is it possible that these enlightened historical figures were total scumbags? That's what we try to decide here on Scumbags of History, where we pick through the dirty underwear pile of lesser known facts about some of the famous people society has put on the pedestal. We're your hosts, confirmed scumbags, Mateen, Stewart.
Brittany, Schmitt.
We're comedians, we're not historians, so we're probably going to get some stuff wrong, and that's okay. But just make sure you don't use us as a reference to your on your research papers. All right, let's get started. You ready?
Let's fucking go.
Let's go, you scumbags.
I'm talking about scumbags of history. Talking about these people suck ass. They were pieces of shit. They still pieces of shit. Scumbags of history. Scumbags of history.
Today, we got a bomb of an episode. This episode is the bomb. Today, we are talking about none other than Mr. J. Robert Oppenheimer.
It's getting real oppy in here.
Oppenheimer. He's considered by many to be the primary force behind the creation of the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
He was dropping bombs in his personal life too. He pretty casually would leave his kids with other people, had multiple affairs, and left behind a mistress who killed herself. That seems to be
the theme. Nobody's committing suicide. Yeah. These bitches are getting opped.
Yeah, they're getting opped. The ops. He had a lot of ops take care of her. But yeah, he recently had a movie of his life that came out.
Yeah.
Directed by Mr. Christopher Nolan. Did you see that movie?
No.
You didn't see it at all?
No.
Did you have no interest in seeing it?
No interest. I have no idea who he is. I don't know why everyone's so excited. I don't know what's going on. It just looked like a man coming out of a plume of smoke, and I have no desire. I have no care. I don't care.
It was not that great.
Apathy is the main theme of my life.
Apathy.
Yes. Just no interest in anything.
Yeah.
Might be depression.
When's the last time you went to the movies? You might, but when's the last time you went to the movies?
I have not been to the movies in years.
So if a guy asked you to go to a movie as a date, you wouldn't go?
I would go. Nobody's asking me.
Nobody's asking you.
Nobody's asking
What's the last date? You went on a real date?
Well, probably when I dated that guy in Wisconsin, I went on he took me on some nice dates.
Yeah, because he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's a nice boy.
But yeah, the movie was okay. It was too long. It was 3 hours.
Yeah, no way.
And then
no way, Jose.
Killian, the guy, the British guy.
Yeah.
His face is kind of weird to me.
His face is a little weird to me too. It looks like he got plastic surgery.
He just looks like a scary person. I mean, he did
if he's supposed to be playing... Yeah, there's something about that face that gives me... He looks like one of those... You know how the guy just confirmed... The guy who worked with the Canadian government just confirmed there's aliens? Mm-hmm. And he's like, there's 3 different types. The gray race, which is like what we see, like the emoji alien. He's like... And he said one other one. And then he said there's... I forget what they're called, like yellow walkers or something like that, where he's like, they can walk among us. And we have no idea. Yeah. He's like, we would have no idea.
Because he looks like an alien. Oh, so this movie was about the atomic bomb. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen anything explode?
My marriage.
Besides, you didn't see that coming. That was a ticket time bomb. Well, someone didn't see that coming, but
my parents' marriage.
Yeah, you saw that coming.
That was explicit. My marriage was not.
It was yeah. I thought my parents would get a divorce, but they stayed together till my mom died.
Yeah.
But no, I had when I was in college, a bomb went off in the building that we were in. And it didn't kill anybody, but it malfunctioned because the guy that planted it, he was the vending machine worker, and he was a racist, and he wanted to kill a bunch of black kids because I went to historical black college, Florida A&M. Shout out to all my rattlers out there listening. So yeah, it was pretty scary. It was just like a big explosion, and then it just felt like bookshelves had fallen down. But
did you get some free sodas? Was
it
in the vending machine?
We didn't get any free sodas. Did
he blow up the vending machine?
No, went off in the library.
Did? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So here are some things that you might not know, but you don't know anything about
anything. I don't know anything about anything.
He was born Julius Robert Oppenheimer in 1904. Mm-hmm. I like the name Julius. I don't know why he wouldn't keep it.
Julius Caesar.
I don't understand why people do the initial and then the name.
Yeah.
Because you would be B what? What's your?
Rose.
B, and I would be ML Mateen Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't like that. He was a theoretical physicist, which
What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
who the fuck knows what that is?
He's a theory physicist. I don't.
A theory about physics.
Yeah, he was the director of the Los Alamos laboratory during the development of the atomic bomb. So he was a leader. He did have help from our Scum alum, Mr. Albert Einstein. His works led to the first nuclear explosion on July 16th of 1945 at the Trinity site in New Mexico. So in the movie, they go through that process of him building the atomic bomb with his team, and then they set off the atomic bomb in New Mexico. And Christopher Nolan did not use any CGI. He actually set off a bomb in New Mexico.
Okay.
So yeah, you could be like not interested at all in any of this because
I mean, it's just like
you're so not into this movie at all. So you don't care. You don't care about anything that happened in that movie?
No, I don't care about anything at all. You know, people are like, "Oh no, Russia's gonna nuke us," and I'm like,
"You don't care."
I hope they nuke my. I hope they nuke.
You want an atomic bomb to come here.
I want them to nuke my living room. Like, I want to be the epicenter of the bomb.
Nuke your living room and all your fucking pillows.
Yeah. All my throw pillows.
Brittany's gonna get rid of all her pillows. Famously said, "Now I have become death, the destroyer of worlds," in reaction to the atomic bomb's creation, quoting Hindu scripture. That was like one of the things in the movie where, like, spoiler alert, he's like fucking this chick, and she's like looking at a book, and she's like, read it to me in Sanskrit, and then it just happens that this is the thing. He's the destroyer of worlds, which is a Hindu scripture from the Bhagavad Gita.
Okay.
Yeah, I only know that because I was involved with Indian women. He died in 19 of throat cancer.
Eating too much puss.
Yeah, like what's the guy that had it from his wife?
I know exactly.
Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah,
he stayed with her,
eating that HPV puss.
Yeah. So yeah, he was a bomb maker. Mm-hmm. You know a lot about bombs.
I'm a bomb maker.
You're a bomb maker too. You're a bomb maker on
stage.
On stage. Yeah. What's the biggest bomb you had?
Mateen, I have to be honest. Mm-hmm. It's a tie from when we were performing together. That was a pretty big one.
In Minnesota?
Which we've talked about before.
Yeah.
Minnesota, yeah. And then also when I was very new into comedy, this guy Greg Wilson brought me to Vegas to feature for him.
The Greg Wilson.
Yes.
Now and he goes by Greg Wilson.
Whatever, who cares? Yeah. But he's like, you're doing 12 minutes. I had 7 minutes, so I was like, I need to write more minutes.
Yeah.
And I did this dumb thing where I was like, I'm going to do the new stuff up top and finish strong. And we were in the Foundation Room in Vegas, and it was a sold out show.
Mandalay Bay.
And no,
House
was it?
Blues.
Is it? Maybe. Anyway, who cares? Full room, sold out show. I get on stage and I just start eating the biggest dick of my life.
So eating dick is not doing well in comedy.
Yeah. And it's not, just my hobby on the weekends. I was doing so poorly that some guy pulled up his phone and started playing cricket noises. And I was sweating like Shaq at the foul line.
Oh my God.
And it was so bad. They lit me at like 5 minutes to get off stage. I had to get off stage early. And then I had to go back to my hotel room and try not to kill myself before my next show. And when I was on my way back to my hotel room, I get in the elevator with these guys and they were like, "Are you okay? You like don't look well." Like I was like, I lost all the color in my face. And I was like, I'm not good. I just did a show and it did so bad and I have to go do another show. And they're like, well, what show? We want to like come watch. And I was like, no, please don't. And it was, who was that baseball player that was married to, or not married to, but dating Jennifer Lopez?
Alex Rodriguez?
It was A-Rod.
It was A-Rod? What the fuck? What is your life?
It was A-Rod. It was his birthday weekend and he was with his friends and they're like, are you good? And I was like, I'm not good. And then they wanted to come to my next show and I was like,
you had one of the greatest baseball players wanting to come to your show and you're like, no, because I was so traumatized. I literally got back to my hotel. It was literally like that one time. Remember when I texted you and I was in a hotel, I was like, is a coffee maker strong enough to kill myself in a bathtub? And you're like, no, you need a blow dryer.
where I was just in the bath and it's like this shitty fucking bathtub at South Point. And I just was like, what am I doing with my life?
You feel like you are by yourself. And then a lot of times people are like, why do comics kill themselves? But then like you have these moments where like, it gets no worse than this.
Yeah, this is so bad.
This is what it's going to be. And I remember there was a bomb, I'll never forget, February 1st, 2013.
You know the date.
Yeah. And it was one of those bringer shows. And I was like the 22nd comic out of 23.
So you didn't bring that many people?
No, I didn't bring that many people. So I went at the end. And I think Bobby performed before me. And he came in. They were excited to see him.
Yeah.
Crush.
Bobby Lee, by the way.
Yeah, Bobby Lee. And he got naked like Bobby does. And he fucking crushed. It was like, all right, you guys ready for this comic that's been doing comedy for 6 months? For this like 6 minutes? And that was the thing where like I had some people that had come to see me before. So I was like, I'm going to do new stuff to show them I'm a real comic. And I had 6 minutes of silence in front of 300 people. And like the sadness that came from that, like I don't feel like anybody would, like, you can't describe it.
No, it's such an empty feeling.
You feel alone. You feel like you're by yourself and you want to leave, but you're like, oh no, I got to do my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this just was, and I kept going after that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you haven't gotten any better.
No.
So just
until my mom died.
Miraculous. Honestly, that's when your comedy changed. You fucking popped up. We need the trauma.
Yeah. That trauma.
We need the trauma. My mom dying helped my comedy too.
I've never been better at comedy. Wow. So yeah, this bomb took off and happened in Japan. Have you ever been to Japan?
No.
All right, I've been to Tokyo. I love it. It's one of my favorite cities.
Brag, brag, brag.
No, it's not a brag. It's just my life.
Okay, whatever.
It's not bragging if it is. So here's some other things that you do not know about Oppie. He's a son of a German immigrant who made his fortune importing textiles into New York City. So he was a rich kid. When his father died, he left behind $392,000 to him to split between his brother and himself. And $392K is the equivalent of $8 million.
Oh wow, damn. Okay, I was gonna say 392. Why are we getting all excited? But I guess
it's
inflation.
$8 million today. So he was a rich kid. Undergraduate studies, he went to Harvard. That's from Saved by the Bell, if you guys never seen that. Research, he was a researcher at the University of Cambridge. Wrote to a friend that the lab work was boring and he was so bad at it, per his biography, Robert Oppenheimer, A Life Inside the Center. So he didn't like being at Cambridge.
What fucking bugs me?
What?
People that go to Harvard.
Yeah?
I mean, just these... first of all, it's cool if you go to Harvard. You're smart. We get it. Whatever. But I went on a date with this guy that went to Harvard and Princeton. Princeton undergrad, Harvard grad. And I lost it. I mean, like, he started quoting a study and he's like, the delta margins in this study. I'm like, hey... Can you fucking kill me?
Yeah.
Can you put a bullet right in my fucking head? Yeah. Because like, honestly, I don't care about the delta margins. And then he just like used these big crazy words where I was just like, I need a thesaurus and or a new date. Yeah. Like, this is not.
Yeah. I find that like those guys are annoying, but then like I've hung out with like athletes
well, they go there because of the.
But they're so smart.
No.
But they're athletes. But they.
No,
like,
I know a fucking brick.
Swag, but they have their fucking Ivy League, and they're so fucking.
This guy was an athlete. He played on the Princeton team. Basketball.
We have to talk after this because I bet you I know. White guy.
Did he get shot in the head in Afghanistan?
No.
That's who this guy is.
I don't know. So yeah.
But yes, he's a white guy.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking. People are gonna know who he is from that. Okay.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Can't find him on the internet.
Oh, you can't?
No, I don't know if he's a real person. There's a lot to this one.
Going
a lot to unpack.
Yeah. He's no Oppenheimer.
No.
So at Cambridge, Oppie may or may not have laced an apple with poison and left it on his teacher's desk. Okay, so he tried to kill his teacher, but there's no proof of it. 2 biographies about Oppie claim that he did, and even his parents convinced the university not to press charges, and he was placed on academic probation and had to see a psychiatrist.
We love white privilege.
So yeah, he tried to kill his teacher.
A teacher, and then he's like,
just stop it.
Just go to the doctor, honey. You must be a little sick.
Oppenheimer told his friends he did this, but one friend thought he might have been exaggerating.
Eat the apple.
Yeah, eat the apple.
Eat
Poison
the apple, bitch.
His grandson thinks it was a complete bullshit story, according to Time magazine. So it's very much a contentious part of his personal history that is true or false depending on who you ask. So it's like the Oppie legend. Did he not poison his teacher? He taught physics at the University of California at Berkeley.
Oh,
Go Bears. He flirted with the Communist
pedigree.
Party. Yeah.
Pedigree dog.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of shit. He flirted with the
He's
Communist
doing too
Party.
much.
Yeah.
He's doing too much.
Yeah, he flirted with the Communist Party but never officially joined.
Haven't we all?
And withdrew his association with them after Stalin's treatment of Russian scientists.
Okay.
So he was like, I stand by scientists. But his whole time, everyone thought he was a fucking communist.
Yeah.
Because his brother was a fucking communist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got a little red in him.
He was a chain smoker who often didn't eat.
Oh, eating disorder or just he
just didn't eat. He would smoke and didn't eat. Have you ever had an eating disorder? No.
My mom did, and she tried to give it to me, and I just hated my mom so much that I was like, I'm never gonna do anything she does, and I'm so fucking lucky because
that's because that can, for lack of a better word, weigh on people. Yeah, like
no,
that
I mean, like
trauma,
I would
that
say
eating thing.
most of my friends have eating disorders, and it's so dark because you can't not eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't like
You
it's
need
something.
to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something. You know, if you're a drug addict, you can stop doing drugs and live. But it's like the food stuff is. I don't even want to touch that with a 10-foot pole because I just have so much empathy for those people.
Depressive personalities. He had a depressive personality. He once told his brother, "I need physics more than friends." Yeah.
What a fucking loser.
What a loser. Talked a lot so much that when he was at the University of Göttingen, a classmate made a petition signed by other classmates threatened to boycott class if he didn't stop talking so much. So this guy didn't eat and he talked so much. So usually,
where's the cocaine? Where's the
No, there
cocaine
has to be.
coming in? There's because there's no food and
yeah.
talking a lot.
and chain smoking.
Chain smoking.
Have you ever noticed that the people that talk the most always have the smelliest breath?
Now that you say that, yes.
Yeah, it's like I know this one comic, like I can smell his breath when he text messages me. Like that's how bad. That's how bad. Like I read his text, I'm like, oh my god, I know this is smelly. He was sometimes criticized for making mathematical mistakes in his papers. The book American Prometheus quotes a student of his saying his physics was good, but his arithmetic was awful. Arithmetic. I wonder, when do we go from arithmetic to math? Reading, writing, arithmetic.
All sorts of math can get fucked. Every
like
walk
math?
of math. Yeah, no.
What was your worst subject? Math?
Math and science.
Yeah.
I was like it was, senior year, I was always in AP classes. I was a smart kid. Mm-hmm. And I could not do fucking calculus to save my life.
Dude.
I fucking got in calculus and I was like,
shit?
get me,
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. Like, I was like,
That's
get me out of here.
calculus,
I had to do statistics instead.
I like statistics.
Yeah, statistics was easy.
I don't like to say
I got an
that word.
A+ in
Yeah.
statistics.
Because, I don't like to say that word, but
An A+, because I think my teacher, who was a lesbian,
she liked you.
Liked me.
She wanted to like
trying to
you.
bang.
After German invasion of Poland in 1939, other physicists like Einstein, scum alum Einstein, warned the government what would happen if the Nazis got the atomic bomb first. So Oppenheimer started working on it and was eventually given oversight of the Manhattan Project and the Los Alamos lab in New Mexico. Accusation of disloyalty, his communism, led to the government hearing of loss of his security clearance. So in the movie, this is one of the B plots in the movie where they say that he's going to be a communist. Spoiler alert. But this is history. It can't be. All right. First off, I can't say spoiler alert. You don't need spoiler alert if it's a historical movie, right? Right?
I didn't even know it was a historical movie until now.
Oh my God.
Thought it was make believe.
So he lost his security clearance because of
thought it was make believe, just like Barbie.
Just like Barbie. Yeah. So in 2014, the transcript of the hearing was released in full, and the Department of Energy formally vacated the revocation of Oppenheimer's security clearance. The Energy Secretary, Jennifer Granholm, shout out to Jennifer Granholm, my old governor of Michigan, described the process as...
Where's Mateen's black facts?
There's no black fact in this one.
Damn.
Yeah. He described the process as flawed and subject to bias and unfairness. So...
Honestly, everything you just said may as well have been Mandarin. I literally just blacked out so fucking hard. So I have no idea what you just said. They took his security clearance away.
Yeah, they gave it back to him.
That was a fucking long walk for a ham sandwich.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's get to the point.
They gave his security clearance back.
Wordy.
I am become death quote. He probably didn't say it out loud. When the test bomb went off, he said in an NBC News documentary, when recalling the bomb going off, according to his brother, in the moment he said something along the lines like, I guess it worked.
So he's
Not,
also
I am the destroyer of death.
Also a poet.
Yeah, I guess it worked.
Lyricist.
In the moment he was pumped after the bomb worked, according to the Smithsonian
He's like, this is way more effective than just one apple at a time.
Yeah, I can kill all the people.
He's like, yeah, I can fucking black out a whole fucking farmer's market.
Is the bomb.
Yeah.
According to Smithsonian Magazine, a fellow Manhattan Project scientist said he did a strut. He did a strut. His walk was like high noon, the kind of strut. He had done it. He was very happy that he was able to
blow some shit up.
A bunch of innocent people. After the creation of the bomb, Oppie, as depicted in the Nolan's film, spoke at the assembly of the Los Alamos and celebrated and said he wished they had bombed to use on Nazi Germany instead. So a lot of people were like, why didn't you bomb Germany? Why'd you bomb these poor Japanese people? And I think
he said I missed.
No,
he said I was just slightly off target.
No, he was like, he wanted to bomb Germany.
Yeah.
Because they were the main culprits. But
were they? Can you tell me a little more?
Yes, in the war. The Nazi Germany, Hitler.
Oh, they were the problem?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. But it was very...
Here's the problem with them is a lot of the issue was not in Germany. It was in Poland.
Yes, but a lot of issues weren't in those areas in Japan. They just wanted to... That's why they
so we were just sending a message.
It was okay for them. So here's the thing. They think that they wanted to get into the war. So they knew that the Japanese were coming to Pearl Harbor. So they let that happen so they could have an excuse to bomb.
I see.
So, but it was very clear afterwards he felt guilty about creating an atomic bomb.
That's important.
It killed a lot of people. He visited President Truman and told him, I have blood on my hands and there's no remorse. I got blood on my dick and I fucked a corpse. No, that's...
I was like, what?
No, that's DMX. You don't know that?
No, but
DMX,
I do.
I got blood on my hand and there's no remorse. I got blood on my dick because I fucked the corpse. I'm a nasty nigga.
Oh my God, DMX.
Yeah, that's
chill.
like that's a DMX lyric. If you look at DMX lyrics, they're very questionable.
Corpses have the blood drained? The blood drained?
I don't know. I think
that's a rough lyric.
Yeah. So Truman reportedly reacted by saying, I don't want to see this son of a bitch in this office ever again. Truman felt the responsibility was his, not Oppenheimer. So Truman didn't like that Oppenheimer was taking
credit.
For
he's
all
like,
this.
I killed those.
Truman's
like, the blood's on my hands.
I killed those innocent Japanese people, not you, damn it. I hate fucking Harry Truman. He was an awful fucking human being. We should do an episode of him. So Oppenheimer was super smart and he invented the world-altering technology, for better or for worse. But being a genius didn't keep him from being a guy who seemed to love messing around with other guys' wives. So yeah. Oppie gave her no.
He likes a challenge.
Yeah, he dropped the bomb all right.
Daddy likes a challenge.
Oppenheimer had a long history of getting involved with other people's wives. Caltech, he became friends with a scientist named Linus Pauling. That is one of my least favorite names. Linus Pauling. They were going to do a study on the nature of the chemical bond, but their friendship ended after Oppenheimer invited Pauling's wife to join him on their tryst in Mexico. This is according to the book, Robert Oppenheimer and the American Century. This is also depicted in a movie where he's at the party and he's talking to this guy's wife and he's like, yo, you should just come.
Yeah, but some guys have that. That's like a thing for guys, like trying to get at someone's wife because they're like,
Martha Stewart wanted to fuck other people's husbands.
I know. I forgot to talk about what a piece of shit she was for that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh well.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know if like, especially your colleague, there's so many other people that you can fuck around with. Like, why would you fuck around with your colleague's wife?
Right.
Then if you do, then you know they might do something to you.
Like put a fucking bomb in your ass.
Yeah. Oppenheimer met Catherine Punick, a graduate student in botany, and began an affair with her in 1939. The affair began scandalous as they slept together after one of Oppenheimer's friends' parties. So he was just fucking around. That friend was Richard Tolman. Oppenheimer would later have an emotional affair with Tolman's wife. So he just kept fucking around with
people's wives.
He's Mr. Steal Your Wife.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trey Songz, who's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Also Mr. Phil and Grope on You or Mr. a lot of shit. Oppenheimer and Catherine did not do a great job of concealing their affair. They were often seen around town in Robert's car. So that's some shit. You can't just be fucking around and then driving around in a person's car.
Yeah, at least tint your windows.
Yeah. Catherine, otherwise known as Kitty, divorced her husband.
Kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty's
Never
up to
trust a
no
kitty.
good.
Kitties are
Never
always up to no
trust a
good.
kitty.
Never fucking
If a
trust a
girl
kitty.
is named Catherine and she
And she
calls
goes by
herself Kitty or Cat,
Yeah.
fucking get her out.
Get her fuck out.
You can't trust
Especially
her.
as a K. I don't like Catherine's with a K.
I don't like Catherine's period.
Yeah. I think Karen should be called Catherine's.
Yeah, kitties.
Yeah, kitties. Fucking kitty. So yeah, they end up marrying. Mm-hmm. So I had an affair and they end up marrying. I don't know
Well,
if
at
I
least
guess
they were really in love.
I guess. And here's how Oppenheimer did this. He invited Catherine, known as Kitty, and her husband to join them on the summer at his New Mexico ranch. The husband declined. Oppenheimer got Kitty pregnant, and she divorced her husband, married Oppenheimer, and gave birth to their son Peter the next year. So not only were they fucking around, but they had a kid from it. So
That happens.
yeah. Have you known anybody that like had a long affair?
I don't know about a long affair. I feel like the affairs usually come to the surface.
I listened to this thing the other day, and this lady had called, and she said that she was, for 13 years, she had been fucking her husband.
That's fucking
husband-
insane.
She had been fucking her husband's cousin for 13 years.
Fucking insane.
And she said that, and they were like, "Are you going to stop?" She goes, "No." And she doesn't know if her kid is her husband's or the cousin's.
It's the cousins.
I hope it's not. But
Dude, that's fucking
like,
nuts. Like, I've heard of like a year long or whatever, but it usually blows up. Someone usually leaves or finds out or
Yeah.
whatever. 13 years, like
13
that, your
years.
whole life is a lie.
Yeah.
Every time you look that person in the face and you tell them, I love you, or you have sex with them and you know you're fucking their cousin. Was this
For
in
13
Alabama?
years.
Like,
No. They weren't cousins fucking. They were fucking.
I understand
Yeah.
that, but you're still fucking his family member.
Yeah.
For 13 years.
They've been fucking for 13 years.
That's like, if you're in a relationship with somebody for 13 years in the state of California, it's treated the same as a marriage.
Yeah,
She's
they're married.
double
They're
married.
married.
No,
They're
I'm
married.
saying,
Yeah.
but not to the cousin. I'm
no,
saying like,
yeah, she's double married.
she's
yeah.
double married.
And yeah, she said, and they were like, "Are you gonna stop fucking a cousin?" And she goes, "No, of course not." But that's when you like if that gets found out, that's murder. They both have to die. Like
Yeah.
I don't condone it, but like I get it. But yeah, so Kitty and Oppenheimer were not the world's
that
best
makes me
parents.
sick.
At one point, as depicted in Nolan's film as well, they simply just left their baby son Peter at some friends. They retook custody later before leaving for the Manhattan Project, according to NBC. So they just left their kid and then they came back and got him. They had a daughter, also named Catherine. What is it called when girls name their daughters after themselves? Are they juniors?
Narcissism.
Are they juniors too?
The second.
They're the second? Okay. All right, I guess. So Catherine, when they did, Kitty took their 2-year-old son Peter to her parents and left Catherine with a friend, Pat Shear. Kitty likely had postpartum depression, which happens. That's a real thing.
Oh, it's very real.
It's a real thing.
The baby blues?
The baby blues.
No bueno.
Yeah. Baby blues, mommy brain. It's a real thing. Oppenheimer would visit, but only one visit he asked Pat if she wanted to adopt his daughter, Catherine, as he couldn't love her. So he was like, Oppenheimer, he came, he was like, yo, I don't really fuck with this kid. You want to take it? 'Cause I can't love her. I couldn't love her. But Pat declined, according to GQ. Kitty will eventually return to their daughter, as far as we can tell from historical research, a few months later. So Kitty came back and got the daughter. Oppenheimer met Kitty and had an affair with her. But during his marriage to Kitty, it seemed likely that he was also having an affair with a woman named Jean Tatlock.
I wish he was having an affair with someone named Cat.
Yeah, Kitty and Cat. His kitty and his cat.
Yeah.
They had a previous romantic relationship that was likely rekindled during Oppenheimer's marriage to Kitty. Oppenheimer visited Jean Tatlock in San Francisco in 1943, according to People magazine. Because of Tatlock's communist ties, the relationship was a point of questioning in later in his governmental hearing. So when he went through this hearing, they were like, yo, you a communist? He's like, no. He goes, well, you was fucking this communist bitch. And they were like, no, not really. He said he spent the night.
I mean, like, fucking a Republican doesn't make you a Republican.
No, it doesn't.
So...
No, exactly. Or fucking a Democrat doesn't make you a Democrat. Or fucking a black person doesn't make you black, because you would be black.
would be darker than you.
So he said she was just spending the night. I wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah, of course.
When asked why Tatlock needed to see him, Oppenheimer said, "Because she's still in love with me. Jean would die by suicide.
Of course.
Although there were some who would argue it could have been more suspicious circumstances.
Like a poisonous apple.
Yes.
like Oppie made her a fruit salad and she
fruit
fucking...
salad. Like, here, she died in the movie.
How did she die?
Pills.
Yeah.
That's how most women kill themselves.
No, it's not. Most people kill themselves with guns. It's not a
really
sex thing. Yeah.
No, I got
no, literally, because we remember back in the day, like when Sylvia Plath stuck her head in the oven and everyone was just sticking their head in the oven.
Yes.
They did this study. They're like, even if we change the gas and it's non-toxic gas, people are still going to find a way to kill themselves.
Yes.
And then once they changed the gas, people didn't. The suicide rate dropped off. So it's the same thing with guns. If people didn't have guns in their homes, the suicide rate would fucking drop, because it's like, that's just like the easiest.
Access.
Sure, but I'm just saying the most common.
At Los Alamos, he had an emotional affair with his friend Richard Tolman's wife, Ruth Tolman. Letters between them show him referring her as "my love." Emotional affair. That means he's just
let's pass
flirting.
that. That's nothing.
After the war ended, Oppenheimer became a celebrity. Kitty became an alcoholic. She suffered a series of broken bones from drunken falls.
Oh damn!
And car crashes. Yeah, Kitty's habit of too much alcohol combined with smoking in bed led to at least one house fire.
Okay.
Yeah, Oppenheimer, according to Time magazine, felt that the atomic bomb...
Have you ever ever almost started something on fire when you were drunk?
Not when I was drunk.
No. I got so lucky. One time in college, I made a frozen pizza.
Oh, and that's like, yeah.
And I fell asleep, and I woke up the next morning, and the oven was on, and like the pizza was just a pile of ashes, but like...
You could have killed you.
I could have killed myself.
Smoke inhalation.
Yeah.
I set some toilet paper on fire when I was a kid. I think we all done that. I think that's like a typical kid thing. But then I tried to lie about it. It was like, I wasn't sick, but you could smell it.
Yeah.
My parents was not happy about that. But
yeah.
No, I never killed myself.
I've never killed myself.
Or tried to kill myself. Or
no, I'm not saying you were trying to kill yourself.
No,
I'm saying, like, have you ever started a fire?
Started a fire.
Yeah.
No, I've never started a fire. What have I done stupid? 20,000 people.
When I got arrested for my DUI, I literally was like, I'm a great drunk driver. Did you tell the cop that? Yeah, I was like, I'm a great drunk driver. You didn't even give me a shot.
A shot?
Yeah.
A shot? But you said you pounded like 6 JMOs, right?
Yeah, like basically what happened was I had been drinking all night, like fishbowl margaritas, and then I pounded like 6 shots of Jameson before I left the bar. I left with my girlfriend. She tripped and fell and threw her keys, and her friend was like, you cannot drive. If you get a DUI, you're going to jail. I was like, I'll fucking drive. So I snatched the keys up off the ground, pulled out, literally got to the first stop sign, got pulled over. The cop had seen everything, had seen my friend fall, had seen everything.
Waiting.
He was waiting for me. I didn't disobey any traffic laws. That's why I was like, what did I do wrong that you pulled me over?
You're like, you're drunk.
Right. And I was like, that's what I was like, I'm a great drunk driver. Like, you didn't even give me a chance.
Did you see that video of that girl? I think she might have been in Illinois, where she killed 2 pedestrians.
No.
And her car was fucked up, and she was just like, I didn't even really drink. She didn't even realize that she had. It was really, really bad. And then like, that's
dark.
Yeah. She killed like 2 people, maybe 3 people. They were walking, and yeah, it was just like, she was just like, I only had like 1 drink, but she was clearly fucking drunk.
No, I hate that.
She
that
killed
story's
those.
way worse than mine.
Yeah, she killed those. You could have killed people too, but luckily the cop stopped you, and you're a better person for it. You didn't kill anybody, but Oppenheimer killed 200,000 people. He thought that he had only killed. He thought he had only killed 20,000, but the bomb killed more than 200,000 people with the 2 bombs. A recent novel, Road to Surrender, cites dire entries of Japanese political figures and strongly suggests the Japanese were not ready to surrender, supporting the argument that if the atomic bombs were not dropped, the alternative would have been a long, bloody war, and due to crop shortages in Japan, mass starvations was likely, and millions could have died as a result. So, in a very Japanese thing,
Yeah, they're like silver lining it.
Yeah, silver lining is like, if this didn't happen, we would have kept fucking going and more people would have died.
Yeah.
So he kind of like
did us all a favor.
Yeah, he did us all a favor. Which brings us to my favorite segment of our show, where we do our scumbag score on our scumbag scale, 0 to 100. 0 being the best person ever, 100 being Hitler. Where do you put? You didn't know much about old Oppie.
I don't know much about old Oppie, and what I've heard, it sounds like he just was pretty good at his job.
Yeah,
pretty smart guy. Looks like Harvard once again.
Yeah, do you still?
Harvard's responsible for everything.
A lot of Harvard shit.
A lot of fucking Harvard shit.
We tried to kill his teacher. He denied it.
Yeah, haven't we all tried to kill our teacher? He
fucked people's wives.
He did fuck people's wives, but I don't think that's...
He was an awful father.
Okay, yeah, this is... how bad, though?
He said...
I blacked out when you were talking about that.
Do you want my kid?
Oh, yeah.
I could not love her.
Sorry, sometimes I black out. I will put him at a... Let's put him at a 67.
67.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I mean, that's a solid score. I mean, do we still stand with him?
I mean, I never stood for him before.
You never stood because you didn't know much about him. But yeah, so I would give him, you said 67?
Yeah.
I would give him a 67.
Yeah.
Too. I think that's
oh my God, we're in alignment for the first time ever.
I think that's a good score. Not the first time. We've come close. I mean, he killed 200,000 people, but he might have saved... He
made a thing that did.
Yeah. Harry Truman killed 200,000 people.
And let's not overlook Einstein.
Yeah. Einstein helped.
Yeah.
We still don't know what they were talking about in that. They had a conversation in the movie.
Right.
And yeah, his atomic bomb actually saved more Japanese soldiers than would have
well, that's let's not get carried away. I mean, that's like
the guy said it though.
Yeah, but that's just some guy with what's it called?
An opinion?
Stockholm syndrome. When you're like,
well, no, he was like, if he didn't do this,
no, that's the wrong use of Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah,
he's trying to find the silver lining. I think that's a pretty aggressive attempt.
Yeah, he created this weapon that was so powerful that it basically murdered a whole civilization in numbers. I don't know. He slept
Drop
with
a bomb on me, Oppie.
Yeah, he was a very historical figure. I mean, he made a lot of things happen. He killed a lot of people, but he also saved a lot of people.
Right.
So I think 67 is a solid number. If you had a kid, would you abandon your kid?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. You kidding me? Just throw it fucking at the fire station.
Okay.
You know, you can just throw them in a basket there.
Yeah, you can just put them in a basket.
Yeah, no, I would never go full term.
You would never go. One day you're gonna have a kid. I
know I am, and then I'm gonna really regret saying all this shit.
And I'm gonna hate you.
Yeah. I don't think I can change that much.
You don't think you can change that much?
Well, I bet I will. I bet it would, and then you're right. I'll be insufferable.
Yeah.
So we don't want that.
Exactly.
We don't want me to be happy.
All right.
Or
we don't want you to be happy. I want you to be happy, but you don't want you to be happy. That'll never happen.
Mateen.
Yes. Question for our fans.
Are you happy?
Do you want Brittany to be happy?
Do you identify as happy? I think that's a delusional way to identify. I think that's an insane. If you're happy, you're not paying attention.
Okay, so we're not here for a moral compass. We're not here for that. Okay, about atomic bombs or nuclear weapons. We're not here for that. Okay. All right. I have this one question for you. All right. We'll just ask this. What's worse, an affair where you sleep with someone's wife, or an affair where you cheat on your own wife? Because he did both. What's worse to you?
What's worse? An affair where you sleep with someone else's wife, and presumably he's single.
He's single.
I think having an affair is worse. I think having an affair is worse when you are disrespecting your own marriage. I think that is worse than disrespecting someone else's, because I think it's that person's choice.
It's that person's choice.
To fuck their partner over.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
you're innocent bystander.
Yeah. If it wasn't Oppie, it would be somebody else.
Yeah. I never got being mad at the person.
No.
That's your
it's your partner.
Yeah. You get mad at the
partner.
person.
Yeah.
Because it's not their fault.
Yeah.
So we agree on that.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys think? We want to hear what you guys have to think. That's our show for the week. If you're enjoying Scumbags of History, prove you're not a scumbag and give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you are listening. And if you want to subscribe to us for future episodes, do that. Don't be a scumbag, okay? I'm Mateen Stewart.
I'm Brittany Schmitt.
We're Scumbags of History.
Pew, pew.
See you next week.
Later.